When it comes to whatever you are passionate about, inspiration can come in so many different forms. There is always something that is inspiring you to keep going with whatever you are passionate about, and there is always something that has initially inspired you to start this passion. I asked a bunch of content creators and streamers what inspired them to start, what inspires them to keep going, and just asked them about their idea of inspiration as a whole. Huge shout out to everybody who responded to me, gave me their feedback for this video. I appreciate you more than you know. All of the creators who decided that they did not want to remain anonymous will be mentioned in the description. I'm going to start this video talking about why exactly I created it and what kind of results I thought that I was going to receive. And then I'm going to transition into the data that I collected. This data is on the different topics that were mentioned in everyone's answers, trying to spot some similarities. I'll go into a sponsorship and then show all the results and the feedback that I got. I wanted to make this video because honestly it was out of curiosity. I wanted to know, were other streamers like me inspired by similar things? What got them going? What got their gears turning? Going into this, I expected a lot of people to bring up content creators that they used to watch growing up, or even creators that are still watching now that inspire them. I also thought a lot of people would probably bring up their friends and family, as well as bringing up kind of what I mentioned already, watching content creators growing up, talking about their youth, potentially, the dreams they had when they were younger. And here is the data I collected. 56% of the answers that I received mentioned that their family and their friends helped keep them inspired. 52% of the answers I received mentioned other content creators, and 52% of the answers also mentioned their youth or the dreams that they had growing up, or maybe they've always wanted to do content creation since they were younger, memories they had when they were younger, that sort of thing. 32% of the responses I received mentioned that they find enjoyment in what they do, they think that it is fun, or maybe they want to bring joy to others. 28% of the responses that I received mentioned community, whether that was finding a community for them to fit in or discussing the community that they had built throughout content creation. 24% mentioned that they want to make content creation a career, go full time, or mention, making money from it, and that's what helps keep them inspired. 16% of the results mentioned editing. 4% of the responses that I received mentioned fear or disappointment. Specifically, they are inspired to keep going because they don't want to be disappointed in themselves, or they are scared to give up. I'm going to very quickly talk about the sponsor of this video, and then I will show you guys the feedback I received. We're talking about content creators, right? We need energy, and we need help focusing on what we are doing. What can help you with that? Advanced GG Energy. I'm always talking about healthy energy drinks on stream, ones that aren't going to make you feel all crashy and icky. Advanced truly is amazing. Check out what they have to offer at advanced.gg. There is a link in the description to make your life a lot easier. You can also use my discount code at checkout for 10% off. The code is Riley, but the L is a 1 with a 10 at the end. So Riley 10. Thank you, Advanced, and thank you for listening. Here are the creators. What inspired me to start creating content were the people that I watched growing up, specifically like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye. I was a little Dan and Phil girly. I loved what they did and I wanted to do it and I wanted to make it into a career like they had. And today, what keeps me going, keeps me inspired. My community definitely keeps me inspired. I love being able to bring people joy. I love being able to use my platform for good. I do a lot of charity work whenever I can. I've met some amazing friends, and their passion and their fuel for content keeps me inspired. And if I'm being honest, like I mentioned, I do want to make this a career, so the money that I make does inspire me. Makes me want to keep going. I want to make more of it. Kind of sounds bad, but it's true. I honestly just love it. I love streaming. So I'm pretty much inspired by my friends who work hard to achieve their dreams in content creation, and also the bigger content creators that I watch that use their platform for good. As for what keeps me creating content, the answer is pretty simple. I'm terrified. That seems like a weird answer, but it's the truth. There's a lot of things I'm scared of, and that keeps me creating. I'm scared that I'll never be anyone if I don't keep doing content creation. I'm scared that content creation is all I'm good at. I'm scared that if I don't find a way to make money off it, that I'll have to work a dead-end job for the rest of my life, and I don't want that. I enjoy creating content, obviously, but the factor that keeps me doing it consistently instead of on a whim is fear. As for who inspires me to keep creating, it's a lot of people. Technoblade, DWQ, and Ted Nivison, also my friends. Maybe my mom too, she's always been pretty supportive. Honestly, I know that if I give up, I'll be disappointed in myself. My content may look easy, but I put the most work in out of everyone I know, so I keep working harder and trying to improve. Biggest single influence was definitely Astral Spiff, friends and family, online and offline. Are of course there as well, but seeing a streamer around the same age with the same general interests definitely gave a lot of fuel in terms of knowing that it is very much possible. LT Shadow Lady, I watched her as a kid and she made me want to be a content creator so bad. It sounds weird, but I would give anything to collab with her at least once. My friends also are a big part of me still making content. They're really just all for me making silly YouTube videos and have said they'll be in them multiple times. The thing that inspires me to keep creating content is honestly the joy it gives me and the joy I give to others, as well as being able to raise money for charity and overall just get to meet so many amazing people. It's so cool what all you can do while creating content, and it knows no end of projects to do. The real inspiration of me making content would have to be Kiwi, Tricky, and Alpha Bears. Watching their streams are always a big joy. Their unique styles and genuine personalities have given me the confidence to be myself and to create a stream that truly reflects who I am. It's getting to the point where I'm having to read a lot and I'm stuttering over my words. I apologize. For the pandemic, I vlogged and posted all the time or whenever I could. What inspired me to continue vlogging were my friends. We would hang out a lot and go on fun adventures together. I would record and they would tell me, Nikki, record this for your vlog, and I would edit those all together to create a memory that my friends and I can look back on. Now, I've low-key lost that love that I had for vlogging. The pandemic really screwed me over, but I found a new love for streaming. And what inspired me to keep going, also my friends, especially the new friends I've made like you, Riley. You guys have inspired me to collab with other people, other fellow small streamers more, and I get so excited when I get invited to a collab. You did not have to stroke my ego like that, little bro, but thank you. I create for a lot of reasons. Some are artificial. I like attention. To be fair, this job does garner a lot of attention, so you kind of have to love it a little. Also, I would really like to make money through doing this, and as we've all seen, you can make a lot of money. However, I'd say the other reasons, the deeper reasons that really motivate me to keep creating content are as follows. I want to be able to give back to my family and have the freedom to spend time with them. I want to meet new friends and build a community of people that I can belong in. And finally, I want to be able to prove to my younger self that your dreams can come true as long as you believe in yourself and never ever give up. Content creation for me started as a why not just stream it? I'm already playing games in my free time, but maybe I'll get lucky. As I grew and learned more on how to improve, I began having goals I want to achieve, and these goals kind of became the inspiration, sort of. There's no one thing or person that inspires me to make content, just the idea of having a successful career in content creation keeps me going. Learning new editing tricks, trying out new content styles, implementing cinematics in most of my Minecraft videos, seeing the positive comments people leave on my content, meeting new people, and gradually seeing how much I've grown since I started really motivates me as well. With each new community I join and new people I meet, my childhood dream of meeting and even playing with content creators I grew up with seemed closer within reach. So, TLDR, having a successful career, seeing people enjoying my content, and meeting some of the people I grew up watching inspires me to keep pursuing content creation. There's a lot of things that inspire and have inspired me over the years. YouTubers, games, movies, all that. As someone who's studying to become a full-time game developer, I think where one draws their inspiration from and how they use it is very important. The best worker is a motivated worker after all. A lot of my inspiration comes from my need to express myself and tell my own stories. All the games I love dearly and desperately want to live up to are story-based, and my dream is to make people feel what I felt playing those games through my own creation. That's also what I just broke my desk. That's also what I strive for in my YouTube videos. My goal with my content is to tell a story through the lens of a Minecraft series, or at least something similar. It pains me a lot when things don't end up working out, but the thing that hurts most about those fallouts is that I couldn't finish it. The only thing I wanted was to tell a meaningful and exciting story. So in short, good stories inspire me. Stories about humanity, Why you gotta give me big words, bro? Existentialism, compassion, and consequence, just to name a few. I love it all and it inspires me greatly. There are a lot of people I look up to, but some of my biggest inspirations are Lily Pichu and Catliente. The reason I started streaming is like a lot of other streamers because I thought it would be fun to do like the people I was watching on the internet. But what motivates me to work on my streams more is my friends' support and streamers like Filza, who, without doing a lot, became a parenting figure to everyone in his chat, and that's actually the energy that I want to convey myself. And streaming is like hanging out with a friend in VC when they don't have a mic. The rest of content creation is because I know that if I want to reach and help more people, I need to diversify myself in terms of platform and type of content. My biggest inspiration for content creation is the YouTuber UberHaxorNova. He was one of the first Minecraft creators I ever watched, and I loved the friend group he was in. His chaoticness and funniness has definitely built my personality. I love how much of a loud person he is. He posts skits along with regular gameplay videos, which is definitely how I'm building my channel. I would say honestly, I grew up watching channels like ASF, Mr. T Lexify, The Creatures, Sidemen, and a bunch of COD YouTubers. I was fortunate enough to meet some of them as I grew up. I would say honestly, editing wise, I loved when Lex made hyper edits of him playing zombies, and I wanted to really learn how to edit like him as he inspired me. Content wise, I loved The Creatures, The Sidemen, and ASF, as I loved group form content. I felt like each personality in each group really bounced off each other really well and complemented each person. It's one of the reasons I really tried my best to form friends with similar gaming interests, as I had plenty of friends who couldn't care less about games. I wanted to have a friend group that was as fun to be in those groups as I watched growing up. As I got older and I spent less time playing games and not making content, I realized I really liked streaming and interacting with an audience. It was fun broadcasting myself and meeting new people and being able to clip those moments. I started streaming during H1Z1 days, and then I stopped as the game died off, and recently came back this year. To this day, me and my friends tend to reminisce and go back to the H1Z1 clips we had that made us laugh back in the day. That's one of the things that inspires me to make content, to make things I enjoy and have memories to look back upon when I'm older and want a quick laugh with old friends. If I could make other people laugh like the content creators I watched growing up, that would have made the effort 1000% more worth it. I just want to spread my good times and give people a laugh like I did. I think all the people I get to communicate with are my main inspirations, really. I love getting to put things together for the friends who do and don't stream and seeing everyone enjoy themselves. Streaming gives me a way to connect with more like-minded people and form more of those friendships. Bringing anyone even a small amount of joy is always inspiring. Even just seeing people who aren't necessarily friends but are part of my community come back to streams again and again or partake in events like social media posts, anything of that nature is super inspiring to me. Makes me feel like I'm making a difference and leaving my little mark on the world. The idea of getting to grow that keeps me going both because of how much I enjoy it, but also because I genuinely love the game of learning and understanding different aspects of how people play a part in creation. Twin! From the analytics to the pure luck side of things. Honestly, the reason I do content is because I enjoy it and because I love entertaining people. Since I was a little kid, I loved watching YouTubers like DanTDM, Stampy, Markiplier, and my personal favorite growing up, me, myself, and Pi. Pi and Dan gave me that urge to make content, and since 2013, that's what I've always wanted to do. I've tried it all, gaming, vlogs, skits, and so much more, and the truth is that I don't care about subs or any fame. What I do care about is that people enjoy watching my content. I've struggled a lot with burnout over the years, and my only advice for new creators is that you shouldn't feel pressure to work on your videos 24/7. You don't need to upload daily to get subs. Quality is far better than quantity. Be careful of being a perfectionist with your content as well. Believe me, it isn't healthy. What inspires me to create content on Twitch is the community aspect to it. I've been relentlessly bullied when I was younger and never had many friends. Twitch has allowed me to meet so many kind and amazing people. My community is what keeps me going and motivated because even in the times I had it very rough, they stayed by my side. Back in 2015, a young Jay Terrarian was scrolling through Twitch.tv and stumbled upon this guy who was streaming World of Warcraft with a football stadium in his background. This guy had like 50 viewers at the time, and I asked him a question in his chat. Are you good at this game? He replied, no, I'm just here to have fun with chat. Then he hit me with, are you good at this game? JT says, nope, I just run around and have fun. Yeah, man, he said, that's also why I stream World of Warcraft. I may not be good at it, but in the end, it's all about having fun. And that streamer was SFunTV. That interaction inspired me to keep making content. Now, what inspires me to keep making content is the tougher question. I'd say the main thing that keeps me inspired to keep making content is one of my IRL friends who goes by Wowzer's Trousers on Twitch, because he was the one that was telling me to learn how to edit and play other games and record it. Because the crazy things we can come up with on the fly is video worthy. Back in 2021, we would compete against one another for video ideas. Long story short, if it wasn't for my first interaction with Esfand and having fun pumping out videos with Wowzer's Trousers, I'd probably not be making content and I wouldn't have met all the amazing and awesome streamers I know today. What inspires me to continue making content is the community I formed. Years ago, I was a CC under a very different name and I had hundreds of subscribers. I got hacked and stuff and lost all of it, but I'm constantly trying to get back to that point because the community I formed was the best. I love making people happy and bringing them joy by simply playing a game or talking about whatever comes to mind. So in simple words, the people who watch me and enjoy what I do continuously inspire me to be better and to do whatever I can to bring them joy. Honestly, it's hard to say what inspires me for content creation, but a lot of it is just the enjoyment of taking some dumb idea I half-baked while barely awake and then making it something really cool, or sharing funny things me and my friends get up to while playing games and knowing it's going to make people laugh. Kinda cheesy, but yeah, appealing to the creative bits in my brain is always great motivation. I've been inspired to start creating content by a lot of people. I watched a lot of YouTube and Twitch growing up, and I've always wanted to make content of my own but was too afraid. I really enjoy video editing and still wanted to seek out that creative outlet even if it wasn't my content I was editing. One day I randomly met Francis Biangura, who is Carl Jacobs' videographer. I didn't realize who he was at the time of meeting him, but I was discussing past jobs and how I wanted to pursue video editing. He looked at me and said if I enjoy it, I should do it because the industry needs more editors. That really inspired me to continue working on editing and made it feel like a genuine career I could pursue. One day, not long after meeting Frank, I decided to reach out to a creator I'd been watching for a while, Hannah Kate, and they gave me a chance to edit for them. I think that also for sure inspired me to continue working on editing and to even later pursue creating content of my own. Frank and Hannah both majorly inspired me to continue video editing. Along with that, I think creators like Shane Cole and Tucker Keene also inspire me to start my own content. I enjoy what they stream and always have fun being a part of their communities. When I asked Shane and Tucker separately if they had any advice for someone who wants to start streaming, they both said just go for it because why not? And yeah, why not? It could be fun. That's who and what has inspired me to start content.
So, what inspires me to create content is honestly somewhat my ops, who said that I wouldn't be able to ever be able to like create content or be funny enough for like anybody to want me to watch me. And something else that inspires me is just the community and always wanting to make more creative things and just keep going and keep building my content, because I want to be like a person that's able to make people entertained. I don't know how to word, but just make people entertained, make people happy. That's my biggest thing. And just to show people that anybody can be anything if they really put their heart into it and want to like try and get yourself out there.
When I was a little kid, I always enjoyed it to make people laugh, entertain them, make jokes, act stupid. And I always kept on doing that. With work colleagues, I'm known as the funny guy and who can always cheer people up. Friends, whenever they are struggling with something, they always like to come to me, and I always like to help them. So whenever I can just be there for someone, whenever I have the possibility to do that, I do that. And also just to cheer them up. That's something I really enjoy doing. I like cheering up people's day, maybe distract them from their day-to-day life, the everyday struggles. And then also when growing up, watching guys like PewDiePie and Markiplier, just entertaining people, having fun. That's also something that always inspired me to do. And it always stuck with me in the back of my mind. And I was like, you know what, I can combine this. I can like play video games and try to entertain people, because those are two things I really enjoy doing. And it took quite a while until I actually started doing it. I've only been streaming and creating content since last year, just a little over 6 months. So that's definitely not a long time. But yeah, I just really enjoy entertaining people and giving them a well-deserved distraction after maybe a hectic day at work or at school or whatnot. So that's something that really still to this day inspires me to create content and to entertain people. Then also something that really motivates me is to get the feedback, like uploading a TikTok or a YouTube short or having a live stream, and then people commenting on that it made them laugh or they think it's fun. That's something that really gives me energy. I'm like, okay, if someone enjoyed it, then I have achieved my goal. If someone had fun and they were entertained, I have achieved my goal. And then lastly, a big factor of my motivation is my girlfriend. Ever since I talked to her about, I think I want to try out this whole streaming thing, see if we can get this thing going, just to have fun, play games, have fun, entertaining people. She has really been motivating me to keep pushing. She's always believed in me still to this day, which I really appreciate. Even when there were days where I myself did not really feel it. Sometimes you just have an off day. You don't really feel like hitting that go live button, or you just want to hang in bed all day. She always managed to give me that energy boost I need and that motivation. So that's something I'm also forever grateful for. And despite those off days, we are still here. We are still pushing. We're still having a lot of fun. And I hope there will be a lot more fun days to come and a lot more opportunities to entertain people.
So hi, my name is your favorite moderator, or Debbie Morales, whatever you want to call me. And the question is very, very simple. Who and what inspires you? Now, I do have a who and a what. So who inspires me? BB Jess, 100%. I saw her grow from 2022 till now, and see her do like this one woman show, see her grow her community from basically nothing, and so many things that she's gone through. And meeting her in person last year was definitely like a big, huge ego boost for me. But just seeing her grow and seeing what she does definitely inspires me to keep going, and that this can be a full-time thing. So yeah, she inspires me a lot. Then also just seeing the people around me over the past, like, especially a couple of years, I have met a lot of friends online, not just in person, just in general, and seeing them like reach their goals, and seeing my friends go full time, and even like the small milestones of like somebody hitting 1,000 subscribers, or a video popping off, or their TikTok blowing up. I literally saw AIMZ blow up from nothing. I knew AIMZ since like they averaged 40 viewers, now averaging thousands and hundreds of views and follows a day. But that little stuff inspires me. Seeing somebody go from nothing to even just a little bit, and seeing the people around me do some great, amazing things, keep pushing me and keep going. But also just looking back at myself as well. Like, I've been wanting to do this since I was 12, and this is probably the only big passion of mine that I have. And someday I want to achieve it. If it's now, if it's in 5-10 years, I definitely want to go full time with this, and I always keep pushing myself.
My name is X, aka Cross. I go by X, Zaka Cross, or Shathid. Come what you please. I'm super optimistic, very energetic, and anti-toxic, and what keeps me creating content are the people that I get to meet along the way. I'm a huge advocate for men's mental health awareness and suicide prevention, and I love doing charity streams and working with charity organizations to help raise funds and awareness, and really just reach a broader audience for what the world could do to be better. I love people, I love connecting with people, and I love providing an atmosphere that feels like a home away from home. Growing up, I didn't really have a lot of friend groups, and didn't have a lot of places that felt welcoming. I was always locked in my own room growing up at my house, and I just don't want the world to feel like you have to be isolated. So I like providing a space that isn't isolated for other people. So you are the people that get to keep me creating content, and you're my passion.
So the person that still keeps me doing all of this and whatever is just a little version of me who was sitting at home and watching Hannah Montana or listening to Taylor Swift. And I remember back then I promised myself that I'm gonna be a big thing eventually. And while I can't sing, really I can't. I tried. I can't talk. I've been told as a child that I talk too much, and that kind of became a big insecurity of mine. But what helped me as a child to deal with the entire bullying because I talk too much was the idea of becoming a content creator at some point, because I was like, I'm gonna find a safe space for myself, and create a safe space for other people and everything. So every time when I'm thinking about giving up and I'm like, it's not gonna work, I'm just trying to make myself, to like remind myself of the fact that little me was thinking that dreams come true and I don't want to disappoint her and everything. So
On the YouTube side, I would say that some of my recent videos as of late has been inspired by how YouTubers such as Point Crow or Small Ant do their like long form gaming content. Probably closer to Ashel Spiff as well, where I take a VOD or like a let's play, edit down to one video, then add some narrating bits in there as well. Another thing that inspires me is that when I first started YouTube, an excuse that I had to play video games for the first time was, hey, I'll turn this to a stream series and I'll make videos on it as well. Which I still do. Like, for example, recently I played, what was it, Portal, Lego Marvel Hero Superheroes 2, Alan Wake, Life is Strange. I would have never played any of those games if I didn't, stream it and make videos on it. So yeah, there's so many games that I got. There's so many games I got to play for the first time because I was able to stream it and make videos on it. It's really enjoyable to do because it allows me to play all these new games and stuff. Even if the videos are over an hour, 2 hours long, people still enjoy it.
It's my community. Even when I'm having a less than stellar day, I can get online and stream, and when people show up to hang out and laugh and learn and crack jokes with me, it makes my day. But in doing so, I have found that there's usually somebody in my community who isn't having the best of days either. And for whatever reason, me being live and being me elevates their day. And it's like this upward spiral. Instead of getting caught in that downward spiral, Twitch takes me in an upward spiral. Communities that I've known and grown and loved and become a part of.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you've taken some advice from someone. I really enjoyed just reading all these answers and seeing what inspired other people. I'll see you around.